Hey guys, we got a 83 Sea Ray here. And we're just getting ready to put it in the lake. Fired it up yesterday, and one of the exhaust manifolds has a crack in it. So I'm going to try to attempt to repair it with some JB Weld. I've seen a couple videos, used it in the past on like my dirt bike, had a hole in the radiator, I fixed it with that. Had a hole through the side cover under the water pump from people using too harsh of antifreeze in the past on it. Ate right through it, fixed that with it. You know, it lasted till I sold the bike. But I'm going to show you here a couple things and see how it goes. Hopefully it works. Alright, here we are up in the boat. It's got your Cruiser 260 motor in there, V8 350. And when we first opened the hatch, there's like a small line right here on the edge, and there was some water drips down, so we were thinking that side was cracked, but this one ended up being fine. Of course, the one on the top, on this side, underneath the bottom down there, is where it's cracked at. So we're going to try some JB Weld, the original stuff there. We've already used a grinder on it with a wire wheel and then cleaned it up real good. Going to see if we can get this thing fixed after we got it grinded down a little bit and try to put some notches or V's in the crack to keep it from, or to let the JB Weld adhere better. Going to use some lacquer thinner and clean it up real good, or you could use acetone. But yeah, hopefully this works. Alright, here we are. I'm going to try to show you this crack under here. Might be a little tough to see. It's pretty sunny out right now. But let's see, we'll go under. You can see it's actually really long. It starts way back here towards the back, like right here. And then it goes up around that, underneath the plug there, all the way to the next bolt hole, up around that one, and then it kind of creeps up above the top there. I think it stops like, oh, actually back here somewhere. But got it pretty cleaned up. I'm going to try to finish up grinding it a little bit better, get a couple spots better in these bolt holes, and we're going to JB Weld it. And of course the cracks on the bottom, it's really leaking the worst, like from this plug forward right in here is where the water was dripping. So I'm going to try to get that spot the best. Maybe put a couple little tiny holes at the end of the crack, not through it, but just into the surface of it to try to keep the crack from going any further. I mean, might as well try this, you know, what's an hour or two worth of work at the most to be able to use it this summer, fix it this winter, try to find one cheap. They're not cheap, they're pretty expensive. Even for a used one, it's going to be, you know, a couple $100. So I'll try JB Weld it for now, see what happens. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I got her all cleaned up and ground up as best I could. See if I can show you here. Of course it's on the bottom, so I had to drain all the water out. And then I blew it off with the air gun as best I could. Cleaned it real good with some acetone or lacquer thinner. Right there is pretty much where it was dripping at. So I'm just trying to get all the water out of it before I put the JB Weld on to give it the best adhesion. But yeah, it's a really long crack. I mean, I guess we fucked up when we winterized it. Didn't let the motor run long enough to open the thermostat to then cycle the antifreeze through those manifolds. So our fault. We should have even pulled the plugs. There's little plug holes on either side. There's one right here, one on the other, and there's even one back here on the exhaust part there. Should have pulled those out just to make sure all the water drained out, but we didn't. Guess we were in a hurry. I don't know. It sucks. But I've been looking on eBay, and they're used up to 200. I found one new for 270, made in China. I mean, but it's probably the same thing that's on there. Who knows? All right, well, I'm gonna get this JB weld mixed up and put her on there, and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. I got the JB weld on. It was really a pain in the ass because it's on the bottom side of that manifold, so I'm trying to hang upside down and use a mirror to see in there to make sure I get it all real good. And then it's pretty warm out, so it kind of starts dripping, but let's see. Yeah, this is too sunny out, but you can kind of see it. Like I said, the main spot that was leaking was right in here, so I got that spot real good. Tried to cram it in the crack as best as possible around that drain plug there, and then over here. So I don't know if I'm just going to do one coat and leave it, or if I'm going to try a second. I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. I'll let it dry and take a look, and we'll go from there. But I will report back. Hopefully this will last. I mean, it's pretty much the beginning of the summer, and we're just going to put the boat in this weekend. And today's Friday, so we might not be this weekend. But I will update later on, and hopefully it works. See you guys. Well, we got her fired up here, and after the JB weld repair, it's really kind of hard to see. Pretty long crack. It's leaking the worst, like right in here. We got no drips, so hopefully that takes care of it. Gonna put her in the water here in a few days, and I'll keep an eye on it, and I will report back. Have a good one.